Good morning, Vail. It's Mark Masters. The leaves are changing colors. Snow is coming down. If you want to find out the best way to leaf peep during these changing conditions, stay tuned. Vail Valley Live starts now.
It's summer
in the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains. And we're out here
Living it.
living it.
Living it.
Lots to do
lots to see.
Every morning.
every morning.
Every morning,
At 7:30.
7:30.
It's Vail Valley Live.
it's Vail Valley Live.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.
Watch us now. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Vail Valley Live. Ty Diaz here with you, broadcasting live from 1300 West Haven Drive in Vail. That is the Grand Hyatt at Vail and our studios. We've been here since May. That's where we are located inside. You saw Mark Masters. He's over at Vail, and he's telling you that the snow is falling. Well, we're going to be checking with Mark to find out about that, but we'll also take a look at the weather right now to see if it's in your forecast. And what's interesting, whether it's in the forecast or not, Colorado, wait 5 minutes, anything can happen. Yesterday, for the start of the morning, as the sun was coming up, the sunrise window, we're looking at about 7 o'clock at 7:30 now. Still dark outside, but the opening of those clouds when you made your way towards Vail on the mountaintops off in the distance, you found some evidence of dusting and snow and conversations about that going on. And I'm sure a lot of that also impacted travel yesterday. And so we'll be discussing your travel for your Sunday Fun Day. That is today. But as we look at your weather for today, we're still in that upper 90+% for showers. Temperatures holding as they've been the last few days, the mid to upper 50s. Overnight low temperatures in the 30s with moisture. And as we look at Wednesday, when it rolls on in the first week of October where we are, yeah, it's October, looking for some sunshine and just a hint more of warmth as we make our way into the lower 60s, overnight low temperatures in those 30s. But getting after leaf peeping like Mark has discussed. This weekend, it is your last weekend to have access to Vail Gondola 1, as well as Eagle Blonde Gondola number 19, Vail Village and Lion's Head for the season. And then you won't have access to it again until, I believe, the 11th of November here at Vail. So if it's been a goal and you're trying to get easier, quicker access to those fall colors on those trails, as far as from the top hiking on down, that is today your last window of that. But let's pull in Mark right now and see how he's doing. So Mark, the snow's flying where you are, huh? What are you seeing going on activity weather-wise?
At the higher elevations, Ty,
Oh,
you can
okay.
see the snow in the distance. It's quite a change from a week ago. Some white mountain caps out there reminding everybody that ski season is right around the corner.
I was really excited this morning coming in from west of Vail, Avon area, Dow Junction. Those smoky clouds are still out, much like yesterday, low-lying, just shrouding town, limited visibility for the I-70 commute. Very challenging, flat light. Turned that corner towards West Vail, and I was looking off of the distance. I wanted to see the snow again. But those clouds were now this morning, unlike yesterday, low and covering those mountaintops. But you can see them where you are?
Yeah, if I turn around and look up at Reva's got some snow on it. There's some runs up there with some snow. Yeah, you can see it out here.
So how do you feel temperature-wise, the way that you're dressed? I know you were wearing a Patagonia earlier. You're being kind enough to show us this really cool Vail Comedy Festival hoodie. Is this a merch segment that we're doing right now?
There we go. Yeah, I love the pitch every Memorial Day weekend. What a fun Memorial Day weekend we had last time. It was sunny, like 70 degrees, and it was snowing the next morning. It's crazy weather around then. It's decent. It's not freezing cold. I'm used to this. I'm wearing sneakers and jeans and a hoodie, and I'm just fine.
You've been in the valley for a while.
Yeah. There's a bustle of activity as the farmers market is getting set up. Everybody's popping up their tents, and we'll probably take a look at that farmers market in just a little bit.
Oh, that'll be great. Thank you very much. Yeah, the farmers market. This was the original last closing date of the farmers market, but announced on their website, they've extended until next Sunday. So for those that are making it for leaf peeping and making it here for the farmers market, there's still another window of a chance to get after it. And of many topics, we'll be getting back to Mark here shortly. The weather that Mark and I just shared with you, brought to you by the outlets of Silverthorne Elevated Savings. We're sharing with you about upcoming events like the ski and snowboard swap, the Vail Farmers Market, and so much more, and what made headlines after this.
Experience the extraordinary at Beaver Creek.
To find a cure for osteoarthritis, why not look to the body's own power to heal? At the Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute, we're working with the National Institutes of Health to conduct a clinical trial treating osteoarthritis of the knee. To learn how you can participate in this clinical trial, call or visit our website today. The Steadman Clinic and Steadman Philippon Research Institute. The future of orthopedic medicine is here.
All right, just giving you that time-lapse view on Vail Mountain, Northwoods, and Sun Up Bowl, and mixture of that 24-hour time-lapse that you saw, the snow from yesterday's delivery, and then as the day heated up, and maybe that mixture of rain, you saw that rapid thaw of the snow only due to that time-lapse. And we'll be talking about more about the weather coming up here shortly. Broadcasting live again from the Grand Hyatt at Vail. That's our location. Let's see what made headlines in today's newspaper. Fall in full swing. New snow coats the Gore Range on Saturday as glowing aspens and other fall foliage peak in Vail. Today is the last day of summer operations for the resort before the lift spin again, November 11th. Now there's that announcement and another reminder again about your access to getting on the mountain at Vail. So your last summer's end or season's end operations is today as far as getting in there at these trails and these leaf peeping opportunities via the gondola. In our second topic, local and regional, a sense of place. Home is more than just a place, it's a feeling. And as we look here, we're seeing that the bridge outside of Redcliffe may be green now, but locals still call it the Silver Bridge. To find out the topic about the Silver Bridge and its origin, you can find this topic on page A2 in today's Vail Daily. And our third topic, Walk to End Alzheimer's exceeds fundraising goals. If you remember, Tricia Swenson she had her team for this, and it happened last weekend. Volunteers hand out symbolic flowers to walkers September 24th at Eagle Ranch. Each color represents a different connection to Alzheimer's. And this topic is found on page A4 in today's newspaper. And they're also discussing in that topic how volunteers made it possible. And in our fourth topic, arts and entertainment, meet your musician, Nick Steingart. And in this photo to the right, Nick Steingart has been playing the Vail Valley for the past 20 years. You can also see, expect to find a mix of tunes of Steingart's shows. Feel free to request a tune when he's performing. His music spans from Americana, bluegrass, rock, and folk. And in addition to the performing as a solo act, Steingart also performs with bands throughout the area. And that's in your arts and entertainment section and the many topics that can be found in your local newspaper. How's your morning commute looking this morning? It's a wet drive out there, and it's a chilly drive out there, and likely icy in spots as you do that climb along the I-70 corridor if you're finding that snow area. Here's what we're seeing right now. Eisenhower Johnson Tunnel, a lot of splashback on the roadways east and westbound. Coming in and out of the tunnel there. Looking at Vail Pass, wet but still green, some evidence of snow from yesterday's delivery and a little bit of overnight, but I think the temperatures have warmed up a bit, and a lot of this moisture has did not necessarily turn to snow this time in this last 24 hours, but in the last 48 hours, yeah, that's what some of that snow is from. Eastvale, wet, but a lot of yellow out there. That's a lot of the talk right now, how late in the season things have been. But log on to cotrip.org to find out how your commute's looking this morning so that you can be prepared for that roadways. And as you're driving, you'll see a lot of the digital boards asking you the question, how are your tires looking? Because winter is coming. And evidence of that was certainly yesterday. What we're going to do right now is head out to Mark and see what he got into yesterday. Did you take advantage of that leaf peeping yesterday? And did you come up with another name for leaf peeping? I talked to my mom about this, and she agreed with you.
I got a great one, Ty. I'm glad you asked. Leaf lookers. Leaf looking. Why don't we call it that? It's an alliteration. It's perfect. Let's go leaf looking. I like that. I feel like that's a little better than leaf peeping.
I spoke to my aunt down in Florida. In St. Petersburg, we were kind of catching up, following Ian making its way through there, and I mentioned the leaf peeping. She says, "I've never heard of leaf peeping. What does that even mean?" So it's been around for a while, but not everyone's heard of it yet. And but leaf looking, right. So it might take as long for that to catch on.
Yeah,
but how's it looking
like
around
newer.
there?
I don't think leaf peeping definitely wasn't a thing when I was a kid growing up. It's been like the last maybe 5 years. That leaf peeping has tried to get into the vernacular of locals. I'm trying to push it out of the vernacular, as we discussed yesterday. I think leaf looking is the new it's the new leaf peeping, Ty. You got to try it.
And how are the leaves looking where you are?
Well done, Ty. They look gorgeous. It's about a 50-50 mix of green and yellow, I would say today. So we still have some beautiful leaf looking ahead of us as we get even more golden as we go deeper into October. And yeah, yesterday was fun. I was driving around the valley. It was just beautiful. Every time you go around a curve on I-70 and there's a whole new swath of golden trees, those aspen leaves. It's really beautiful. And then in the early afternoon yesterday, I was going to go over to Minturn to the throwdown.
Oh, yeah.
And then it just started. It looked like Tropical Storm Ian was in town. It was coming down pretty hard. It was crazy. I hope your aunt's doing well, by the way.
Oh yeah,
hope
she's fine.
Safe out there in Florida.
I tried to give her a call. Thank you for asking. I tried to give her a call like the next day, and she missed my call. She said she was sleeping, But basically just the flickering of the internet. But where her home is in St. Petersburg, it's considered a safe zone. But Minturns.
Yeah, I would think the Little Beach stage would be a little problematic. The band might be able to stay dry, but not the audience. But they had shows at Kirby's. Kirby's is indoors. That's an indoor stage. It'll be a great place. Get some French fries and ribs and enjoy some live music. So I'm sure it was a blast yesterday.
Speaking of a blast, we're all a big fan of the Vail Farmers Market, and I'm sure that you kind of stepped away so people can have the space to set up shop. And you're right by the Red Lion. I see the leaves behind you over there on the trees. Today is the last day of gondola access as far as getting on the mountain. Does that register as a sentiment with your crew, your friends, your family, as far as getting out there via the gondola rides?
It's more a reminder that they're going to start spinning again soon with the ski mountain opening. So November 11th is when the ski mountain is supposed to reopen. It's hard to imagine right now. There's not a lot of snow there, and that's just 4 short weeks away. But I'm sure it will happen, and that's exciting. Like we were talking about yesterday, you got to go into storage and get out some of your winter clothing and get geared up. It's a time to put away some of the mountain biking gear and start getting out the snowboarding gear for me.
People are definitely still after it for sure. Mountain biking. I mean, as I left here and it was raining, making my way back towards Avon, right there on that bike path at Eagleville Highway 6, people were on their bikes in the rain, jogging in the rain. It's a rain or shine kind of a lifestyle around here. And the Dobson Ice
really
Arena next weekend. And Meredith, I'm sorry, Rachel, maybe you could pull that one up. As far as getting that gear, the Dobson Ice Arena is holding the ski and snowboard swap. And
Such a cool
it's time to start
event.
looking for gear, all over again. But not just for us. Sometimes our friends are saying, we're coming out there, but we need the deals. It's up to you, man. You got to go to the Dobson. It's tradition. There it is. Next Friday, 3 to 9 p.m.
Give me one of those 80s onesies.
Yeah,
So I can,
those are big
look
ticket.
cool
Do you own any of those?
I don't have any, unfortunately. If I did, I'd probably sell them. They go for a lot of money.
It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event. It looks like you need tickets for this event. And again, you'll find things that are new to you. You'll discover some new technology. You could shop for all of the layers that you need, all the way to the point of your ski gear, your goggles, your helmets, your beanies, that sort of thing. And so we're really excited for its return. So setting up shop, we'll be talking with Mark a little bit later on here in the show. Stay close to us. We'll let you know about how you can access more shows in Beaver Creek.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatsilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
To find a cure for osteoarthritis, why not look to the body's own power to heal? At the Stedman Clinic and Stedman Philippon Research Institute, we're working with the National Institutes of Health to conduct a clinical trial treating osteoarthritis of the knee. To learn how you can participate in this clinical trial, call or visit our website today. The Stedman Clinic and Stedman Philippon Research Institute. The future of orthopedic medicine is here.
At FootJoy, we have this theory. For something to be truly innovative, to be truly groundbreaking, it has to be unexpected. Full of raw potential. Not marginally better than what already exists. It has to be so impressive that no one else can compete. Yeah, we like that theory. We use it to push ourselves, to push our game, so that you can keep pushing yours.
We built the Redfin app to help you win. Get alerts on your phone every time a new home hits the market. Then schedule a tour when it works for you, even the same day. Want to win? Choose Redfin.
This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact your Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
Well, it looks like we're picking up a lot of moisture and clouds around the state here. We're looking for temperatures down in Denver being in the low 70s, picking up some moisture and showers in the forecast off and on throughout the day. The northern and southern Rockies as well. Also that dip in temperature. And for that, it's a drastic change where I know some of the Denver news folks were talking about how they didn't get the snow. It was a different world, a different atmosphere down there. My buddy Jazz, he was on his skateboard just zipping around town in the sun and the warmth yesterday. Different weather forecast for the Front Range today. Looking more west, picking up similar conditions, moisture, the low 70s around the valley. High temperatures today, the mid 50s, keeping these clouds around, still in that 85% chance for showers. But will it be cold enough to produce more snow? Are you the ones crossing your fingers for that because you want that? It's great for the pictures, great for the conversation, great for updating your social media. Let's look at your weather right there. Here's what we're looking for the next few days. The sunshine to return by Wednesday. Temperatures in the 60s, overnight low temperatures in the 30s. How long will that last, Ty Diaz? Well, let's take a look. Thursday, Friday looks similar. Saturday, those clouds could return. Yeah, still exciting. A lot of fun stuff. Going to storage, breaking out last year's fall so you can do some shopping for this year's fall and winter. Just need some gear to be warm while you're out there doing a little shopping or hitting the trails, doing some leaf looking. Let's get outside right now to Trisha Swenson and see what's going on in her world. Trisha, Riverwalk. It's wet down there.
Riverwalk.
What
Yes,
gives?
we're at Riverwalk today. And you know what? This is the first day I'm bringing out the gloves.
Oh, yeah. Look at that technology.
Yes. So you know what? The last couple of times I've been outside, I'm like, I feel warm everywhere else. It's just my hands. So I thought I'd wear the gloves today. And Ty, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Look at the streets are empty.
Yeah.
Right now in Riverwalk. But I was enjoying your little conversation with Mark about the leaf peeping because I never grew up with that term either.
Yeah.
And it does seem like it just kind of came out of nowhere that we would hear about it here and then everyone started saying it. So maybe we should start leaf looking. Leaf lookers. Oh, the leaf lookers are in town. Or just check out the colors.
All right.
Peeping. Reminds me of that that little jingle that went Jeepers, Peepers, where'd you get those Jeepers, Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Do you remember that little jingle?
Was that for like a pair of eyeglasses for like a lens?
Yeah,
place?
yeah. I think it was like a spectacle shop.
So then Leaf Peepers could be a good band name because band names always have some kind of like questionable like intention behind the name, and Leaf Lookers until someone has a problem with leaf looking. But Villar Shows is a good place to go and look for things like catching Susto tonight.
Yes, you know what? Susto is going to be playing this evening out of South Carolina, an indie band. If you like Jason Isbell, Trampled by Turtles, like this is the kind of sound that he's going to have. And the concert is happening tonight at 7 p.m. Are you folks here for the soccer tournament?
Yes.
Come over here. All right, Ty, have you heard about the big soccer tournament that we're having? It's all over the valley, and I know my friends are here from Carbondale. Where are you guys from?
We're from Broomfield.
Broomfield.
Yeah, we play for the Rapids.
Go
Play for
Rapids.
the Rapids.
And we're going to the championship.
You're going to the championship?
Yes.
Okay, what field?
We're over by the...
Two right now.
Over in Singletree? Freedom Park, right over here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, you guys were the only people I saw all morning. We're doing a morning show called Vail Valley Live. It's
Morning.
Good thing
Got a
Starbucks
coffee.
was open.
Yes.
Okay, go Rapids.
Yes.
Trisha Swenson, she's
Go
so
Rapids
shy.
North. Yeah, so Ty, huge tournament happening this weekend up and down the field. We've got fields in Vail, Eagleville, Singletree, right here, Freedom Park and Edwards. So Eagleville, so a lot of people were here. In fact, I stopped into El Segundo yesterday afternoon, right around 5 o'clock, and I think that's when a lot of the games wrapped up. And I heard a man say, we got a reservation for 22, and we're adding 10 more. And I was like, 32 people. So a lot of people in town for that. And, I hope they could brave the weather. Ty, it was a weird day yesterday, and I'm glad you showed that time lapse.
Yeah.
During your last work, because it just kind of showed how bipolar it was.
Yeah.
Sunny 1 minute, completely foggy the next.
Yeah, and when you think about that, we're excited to see the snow. I have friends that were looking at it from the front range. And they're like, oh, I'm so jealous. And I'm thinking, well, where we are, it's changing a little bit as far as up close to the town view. It's kind of wet here, and then it was sunny here. But down there, it's a dream. Everyone's itching and aching for winter, and they're all about it and wish that they still lived here. Can't wait to get back up here. And so that time lapse, when I left here yesterday, I was still thinking about it. I called my aunt on the phone yesterday down in St. Petersburg, was telling her about it, sharing the news. That's what we do. Leaf peeping and the new snow.
Well, you know what? I was watching the show yesterday, and I saw Mark at one of his very last shots in the sun. And then I was looking at complete fog in Edwards, and I'm like, wow, it's sunny over there. Maybe I should drive to Vail and go hike up, the berry picker. But I decided to go to a class at the gym first, and then I went out for a little hike later and got in right about 5 seconds before the rain started. So it's all about kind of timing it, and maybe stay closer to home, do the shorter hike. But it is the last day of Vail having their lifts open, so take advantage of that if you can time it just right today.
Yeah, let's pull Mark in right now because we're speaking about him. And Mark, it's kind of interesting how time is actually irrelevant when it comes to Tricia Swenson. She could fit things in a day, like, I probably should just go ahead and get after the day and head to the post office before 8, but I got 3 more things that I can do in that 5 minutes window. But yeah, the chairlift rides over there, she was speaking of, and 9:30 is the lift times. Normally, Mark, early in the morning, you see the mountain safety, the guys on their bikes waiting to head up there. Do you see them around?
I haven't seen them yet this morning. A lot of pedestrian activity. Tricia was talking about the soccer tournament. I saw them all over yesterday as well. Anywhere you went to eat or drink, it was like just what do you call a gaggle of soccer players and moms and dads, a World Cup of soccer enthusiasts around the village yesterday. Yeah, a lot of dogs out. Have not seen the mountain safety people. Nestled into that, you can see the beautiful golden leaves right here. Just giving you a little peek at what you can expect if you come to the village and walk around and look all around the valley. You can't see a lot up high right now. The fog is pretty intense. It's really coming down. I would say above, well, I don't really know how to measure it, but the fog is there. It's coming down. It's hard to see. I think you can see it behind me a little bit, how low the fog is getting now. And the gondola is not running yet, but it is a beautiful day. And Tricia was talking about that Susto show. That's going to be a lot of fun tonight, Sunday night, at the Valar Center. Make sure you go out and support them. They're a supporting act for the Lumineers and some other great big bands. There's a great story about Susto in today's Vail Daily. Super interesting story about the lead singer going to Cuba. Check that out. And yeah.
That's tonight at 7 o'clock. Tickets are $28. We'll be checking back in with Tricia and Mark here shortly. But if you're heading out on the trails, keep this in mind first. Let someone know where you're going. And now let's get you prepared for the trails with Tricia Swenson.
Want to do some hiking? We've got some ideas for you. Alex Faith is here from the Beaver Creek Hiking Center. And Alex, we've got a lot of great trails that you can do right from the base or right off of Lift 6 and Tenniel Express. But just like in the winter, we have 3 different portals. We've got Beaver Creek, Bachelor Gulch, Arrowhead. Let's take people away from the main area and let them know what else they can do.
Absolutely, and one of the great things about Village to Village trails is it's got almost no vertical climb to it. It's a fairly level trail built on an old irrigation ditch. It's going to take you from the Beaver Lake Trail here area through Strawberry Park into the Bachelor Gulch area and across, finally over into Arrowhead. And now you can descend down into Arrowhead and drive back home. It's a great way to do a great circuit. We also have some great trails out of the base of the Arrowhead area. So if you're over in Arrowhead already, we have the Ute and Apache trails over here, which make a great little loop. And if you've got real little ones, we've got the Cherokee Trail here, which makes a great little loop for the young ones.
Oh, and I've seen that over by the playground, by the parking lot.
Right out of the playground, yep.
And I've done the Ute and Apache on snowshoes.
So yes.
If you're used to that route on your snowshoes, this makes a beautiful hike this time of year. And it is nice. And if you do want to get that long hike in, the Village to Village is great. You can either, sometimes we'll shuttle a car over there or just pack a picnic, come on back. It's a great way to spend your whole day, and that is such a nice trail to check out. Now, if we wanted to go with a guide, even though your maps are nicely laid out, if we wanted to go with a guide, how do we do that?
You can give us a call at the Adventure Center here. It's 970-754-5373. Or you can check us out at beavercreek.com. Look under the Explore the Mountain and Summer Activity tabs, and you can find hiking. You can book your mini adventure hike with us online. It's a 1-hour hike we're offering now. It's a great product that we're just getting going, or you can look into our hike and wine on the line and book that.
Oh yeah, so this is really fun. You hike first and then you're rewarded by some wine and some little nibbles, and that's over at Vino's Cabin, right?
That's a special place too.
Yeah, oh it definitely is. So consider that. You can do some great hikes on your own or go with the guides. They'll help you learn about the flora and fauna out on the trail.
Your most important shot is the one you were about to hit. The Pro V1 and Pro V1X always bring your best.
Hi everybody, I'm Chris Davenport, host of the award-winning TV show Dispatches, only on Outside TV. We have a brand new season where we take you climbing in the Himalaya, deep sea diving in South Korea, base jumping in Moab, Utah, and mountain biking all over the place. For more information on these stories and showtimes, go to OutsideTV.com. We'll see you out there.
At FootJoy, we have this theory. For something to be truly innovative, to be truly groundbreaking, it has to be unexpected. Full of raw potential. Not marginally better than what already exists. It has to be so impressive that no one else can compete. Yeah, we like that theory. We use it to push ourselves, to push our game, so that you can keep pushing yours.
If Mark, Mr. Cartoon Machado, didn't have the fighting spirit to draw out his passion, he never would have turned chrome into a canvas. If he let a lack of tools stop him, he never would have started tattooing using a homemade machine. And if he listened to those who said you need an art degree, he never would have perfected the street look that made him a street legend. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
All right, welcome back to Vail Valley Live. As we were sharing with you earlier, and Rachel and I were talking, we were like, it's the last show of the season. We're in a new season altogether. It's fall. Should we have champagne on the show? Maybe order something at breakfast from the bar here at the hotel or something? And it got me thinking, mixology, that's always fun any time of year. But have you ever thought about what it takes to create cocktails of the season? How about cocktails of fall? Here's an example.
This is the forbidden fruit. It's mezcal, Cointreau, apple cider, lime juice, and maple syrup. The idea for this is true fall. This one's flannel, Dewar's white label scotch, ginger syrup, lemon juice, and fig jam. The idea for this is taking those atypical flavors and giving you a cocktail for an entry-level scotch. Next, we have Innovation and Tradition. This one utilizes Drumchambeau, gunpowder gin, lemon juice, orgeat syrup, vermouth blanc, and Leopold's absinthe. This one is a completely atypical cocktail that you won't find anywhere else, and it utilizes Leopold's absinthe in a new way. Next, we have the Fall Back in Time. It uses Roku gin, Saint Germain, lemon juice, thyme syrup, pear puree, and a Zardetto Prosecco. Next, we have the Seasons Collide. This one is truly one of my personal favorites. We clarified a pistachio-infused vodka with lemon juice, Demerara syrup, and made of vanilla, clove, and pistachio shrub. This is a true fall cocktail. This one's called Rye You Gotta Be So Bitter. It has Rittenhouse rye, Amaro Nonito, 2 types of bitters, and cardamom syrup. This one's called Vitamin M. It's jalapeno-infused tequila, avocado, lime juice, pineapple, and Grand Marnier. This one gives all of the vitamins in your daily dose all in one place. Next is our cocktail experience. It takes all of the fun of cocktails and put them in one space. In Remedy fashion, it's Stranahan's Yellow Peak, bitters, Oleo Saccharum, smoked Demerara, and it all comes out of this little flask. Next up is the cocktail experience. This is taking atypical cocktails and making them even further. This is the Tomato Cure. It has Grey Goose vodka, a completely clarified tomato elixir, which is typically your Bloody Mary, with celery and fresh thyme.
All right, that cocktail's all of them. It looks really good. Rachel and I, we're going to go and check out something really soon. I want to try that clarified Bloody Mary one. That one looks really good. And on the garnish side, just hook it up with some bacon for me. Vail Farmers Market, the second to the last one. Today is the original closing date of the Farmers Market, but according to their website, if you go to it, you'll notice from vailfarmersmarket.com, they've extended until next Sunday. Mark is there right now, and I see you're near the coffee station. But are you anticipating seeing something particular? They have over 148 vendors this summer. You know, what's catching your curiosity about the Vail Farmers Market as you look around?
It's pretty wild how much the Vail Farmers Market has grown, and what a big activity it's become on Sundays. What a great opportunity to experience some of the local wares, check out a lot of the local restaurants, get some of their food to go, and get some jewelry, some gifts, some books, some shopping cards, some clothing. What I'm seeing this morning is a little sleepy. I feel like the tents are coming up a little bit later than usual. I think people are waiting for a little bit, just a couple degrees warmer before they really in earnest start setting up their tents. But a lot of activity, real buzz going on, and as you mentioned, the Vail Mountain Coffee tent right behind me. I'm looking at the sugary nuts and the lemonade stand right in front of me. A little bit of healthy, a little bit of maybe not so healthy, right there.
When you're at the farmers market, I became a fan of a few things over the years. There's Caleb's Catch. You can enjoy their salmon wraps that they do there with a really nice slaw. Pay right there. Do lunch during the farmers market. We mentioned Kirby Cosmos earlier as far as the heavier eats, getting some ribs and people watching. That's a thing to do. And then I grew into the world of tasting the Palisade wines and even the 10th Mountain whiskey. Now there's an open tasting that's kind of going on too. Very, very interesting of a farmer's market as far as what they're bringing out. This season, Mark, I became a fan of Sam's Pine Nuts. He's a Breckenridge first-time vendor of a farmer's market and does all of his own almond butter and things of that nature. There's dog treats that you could discover there. And you see any of those guys over there? Because I just want to say hi.
I don't see Sam's. I did see Kirby's. Talk to Mark, the owner of Kirby Cosmos, for a little bit on my walk over here. Sounds like the Minturn throwdown yesterday, hometown throwdown, was a huge success. He said that their bar was opening until 1 a.m., which is pretty late for sleepy Minturn. So a lot of partying going on last night over in downtown Minturn. There's a new corn stand that I walked by. If you're into elote, I hope I'm saying that correctly, E-L-O-T-E. And they're popping up. They got a pretty fancy stand, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely it seems quieter. I'm not sure if all the vendors are here today. Maybe they'll all show up.
It's still an early start out there. Definitely still an early start. I see some movement, some vans pulling up. The Vail Farmers Market kicks off at 9:30, goes until 3:30 today. We'll check back in with Mark, see if he made any friends out there. Maybe we could find that scented candles guy where you can get free sniffs of scented candles. Now, not everything you have to pay for at the farmer's market, free sniffs. But let's get out to where Trisha Swenson is, and she's got a guest on the show who's planning a solo hike. Trisha, take it away.
You know what, Ty? She's not planning it. She's already doing it. So we're talking to Brianna DeSanctis, who has stopped in Colorado to keep on completing the trail. And she sleeps in her tent every single night. Well, not the last couple nights because it's been too rainy. So come on out. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, she didn't sleep here last night. We just set this up, but let's get you out of there. Let's talk a little bit about what you are doing. So, all right, Brianna, you actually used to live here. You have ties to Colorado.
Absolutely.
Your cousin, Diane Moody, who a lot of us know, she's kind of housing you through these stormy days.
All the days. Yeah, she will come and pick me up at any moment out here. I feel so safe out here in Colorado. Colorado is the most dangerous state of this entire trail.
Well, and you mean because of the weather, right?
Because of the weather. Because of the weather.
Yeah. It's a little sprinkly on us right now. Bears?
Because of bears, I haven't seen them. They're going to go to sleep soon.
Okay.
But just because of the weather. The weather out here is so crazy, and the mountains are so ginormous.
Yes.
And, you know, the thing is like, you really need to just respect Mother Nature out here. And it's something that I have a lot of respect for. And you never know what's going to happen next. So you need to be ready for whatever. So I'm so thankful to have a lot of support out here, you know?
Exactly.
Like, take me out when I need to get out.
So let's talk a little bit about the American Discovery Trail, ADT, and this goes from Delaware all the way to California, and in the middle of the country, it kind of splits to a north route and a south route. You've been doing the south route.
Yes, absolutely. I started out just planning on doing the southern route because it was longer than the northern route. And then I got on the trail and I'm like, you know what? Let's do the whole thing. There's a record that I can set, you know? And I was like, you know what? I talked to the ADTS, the American Discovery Trail Society, and I asked them, I said, you know, if I do this whole trail, has there ever been a woman to complete the entire thing
North
as a
and
through
south.
hike? Yeah, north and south, end to end, in one go. And I said, would I be the first woman to ever do that? And the answer that I got was definitely. Wow. So I said,
okay,
that's it, we're doing it.
Oh
You know,
my gosh.
because you know, you can be the oldest, you can be the youngest, you can be the fastest, but I'm gonna be the first, and you can never take that away.
No,
you know,
you
the
can't.
first is always. So I'm doing it, you know, and I'm doing it because I want to inspire others. I want to inspire others. I want to inspire young women. I want to inspire everybody I can. And I just think it's so important to know that even if you're not going to do something this huge, you can still do something.
Yes.
Anything. Just get out of your house and go
Yeah,
for a
you
walk.
can't. Everyone has their own Mount Everest, if you will. Now, you started this journey, which is 6,800 miles when it's all said and done with the north and south route. You started this January 1st.
New Year's Day, baby. We started on New Year's Day.
Oh
And
my
I thought
gosh.
that would be a great day to start because then I can keep track of how long I've been out here.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at. So she's sleeping in this little tiny tent.
Yeah, so this is my tent.
This
This
is so
is a
crazy.
Big Agnes one-person copper spur.
Oh my gosh.
And it's plenty of room for me. So when I get into my tent at night, I bring my whole backpack in there, and I use my backpack as my pillow.
Yeah, backpack is a pillow because you have no room for a pillow. Okay, and then we got put all the covering on it if it's actually raining. And then this is your trusty backpack.
This is my backpack. My backpack weighs 2.5 pounds empty.
Okay.
Full, it usually weighs less than 30.
Yeah. And then this is the snacks. I was talking to her yesterday and said, what do you eat? Because, you know, you don't have a camp stove. You don't
I do have a little camp stove.
Oh, you do?
Yes, but I use it to boil water.
Okay, so boiling water.
So I don't necessarily make pad thai every day.
But, okay, yep. Okay, these little chicken packets. I know tuna comes in this as well.
Yeah, we got tuna, we
Beef
get
jerky
chicken.
for you. Oh, and, you know, nuts. Like high calorie dense food.
So basically when I go shopping, I'm looking for the highest calorie food that is the lightest weight. You're not going to always get that, but you have to know what you're getting. So I will get whatever I can, and I will eat
all of it. Eat all
10
of it.
times.
Oh my gosh.
So this is a
refried beans. Oh, the little fruit snacks.
Okay, so the fruit, I have to tell you a story about this. So the fruit snacks are the best because when you get tired of eating peanut butter every day, you can put peanut butter and fruit snacks in a tortilla, and it's like peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Yep.
Getting creative.
You can't beat it. Anything you can do to break the boredom. I mean, I've walked 2,700 miles to be here. Here's my stove.
Okay, so there's the little stove.
So I
that
take
goes on
this,
there.
yep, and there's a little thing in here.
Wow, everything is so lightweight.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, and have you been getting cold at night? I know
Yes.
that we just really got a cold snap here. And here's what happened. So Brianna was going to be doing the Argentine Pass, right?
Yes.
And that's over by Summit County. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Over by-
it's kind of close. It's like Clear Creek area.
Yeah, Clear Creek County. And that's where they were going to go. And that elevation is pretty darn high.
Yeah, it is. 13,200 and something feet. Yeah.
So, you know what, with the weather was coming for the weekend, she decided to take a couple breaks. And that's the thing, it's like, you're not on a deadline.
Now that I'm here in Colorado, I feel so much more relaxed because I have support here. I have support. I can, I have the ability to do whatever I need to do. Yeah. And it's okay if I skip around. As long as I'm safe, yeah, I'm happy. And you know, I feel safe all the time out here. Really, I do. But the weather is the only thing that you get a little freaked out about.
Oh, yeah.
You have to respect the weather. You have to respect Mother Nature because she is a beast and she will get you every time.
Oh, she will. So, yeah. So you're hunkering down.
I'm skipping. I'm skipping.
You're delaying.
Yeah, I'm skipping a little bit, and I'll go back and get that later. Okay. But for now, I'm waiting it out this weekend, and on Tuesday, I'm planning on conquering Argentine Pass.
Okay. And the weather looks better for it. Now let's talk about some of the states. So Delaware, you've been through all over. You've met a lot of people so far on this 2,700 miles, and 6,800 total. So what are your impressions?
It's really funny because the people that I meet, normally a lot of people think like, oh, it's so dangerous. The world is such a scary place. Everybody's a predator and everything. But you know what? In the way that I meet people, I'm meeting people. I'm surprising them. I'm walking up to somebody and I'm saying, hey, I'm walking across America. And everything from them is stripped immediately. And they say, what can I do to help you? And it really does, what I'm doing brings out the best in other people. And I think that's so important. You know, we need that now more than ever. And I never realized that would happen, but just by talking to people and seeing the other side of everybody, it's such a game changer for me. It makes me have so much more faith in humanity. There are still good people out there and they want to help. And when you're doing something like crazy like this, people are like, what can I do to help you? And I'm like, don't give me anything heavy.
or buy me a pizza. I know that you buy me a lot of pizza.
I can eat 2 now by myself.
All right. So, well, in the meantime, okay, we can follow you and follow the journey. Mm-hmm. What are some of the best sources to do that on social media?
So, if you have Facebook, you can follow me on Facebook. My Facebook page is facebook.com/RockyGoesHiking. It pops up as Rocky Mountain High on the American Discovery Trail. Rocky Mountain High is my trail name, which I got when I hiked the Appalachian Trail. This is actually, here you are.
Yeah. So she already hiked the Appalachian Trail.
And this is the American Discovery Trail. So there are two routes, the north and south. I started in Delaware, and I went the southern route. And it connects in Denver. And I'm not going to be able to make it, all the way through.
Yeah, right now.
This winter.
Right now.
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
I might be able to.
Well, you never know.
I know, you got to see it. So, anyway, I have another plan, so I'll do the north route, and then I'll come back and finish what I left off with. But, yes, so if you want to follow my trip, you can follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, or you can read my article, which is on the Daily Bulldog. It's called America on 2 Feet. My latest article just dropped yesterday, and it's just all about my how I'm feeling and what I don't talk about, you know, online and just things that I feel are important. So yeah, and if you have a chance to catch me and when I'm giving a presentation, I'm going to talk to schools, communities, everywhere. I just want everybody to know what I'm doing, and I want to reach people, and I want, especially young women, you know.
Yeah.
I just want people to know like how easy it is to not this, but you know, in a small scale, you can just step out of your house and go for a little hike, and you're gonna feel so much better. You know, it's a cure all. Really, it is. It is.
Well,
You
we're
just have
so
to get
excited
outside.
that you're doing this, and what a great feat! And then, and you're planning that, you know, when you get done, you're also planning on coming back kind of after things done. You've got a book in the works.
I've got a book going, and I have tons of people I need to talk to. There are so many people that I have not reached, and I need to reach them, you know. And once I get done with this, I'm gonna be able to say, I am the first woman to ever complete the American Discovery Trail, 6,800 miles by myself.
I know, like, who can say that? That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just want to inspire others. I want people to know this is attainable. Do something different. Do something that makes you happy. You know, and get outside.
Walking makes her happy.
And
She does it all the time. You do
all
what,
the time.
20, 30 miles a day? Is what you
My average is probably 20. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Oh my gosh. All right, so you can find out more. You can go on Facebook, Rocky Goes Hiking. And then Instagram, it's her name, Brianna DeSantis.
Got it, girl.
All right, we thank you very much. What an extensive conversation right there, and all the strength to Brianna DeSantis for her journey and sharing her journey with us. We'll be right back.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Experience the extraordinary at Beaver Creek.
Are you ready for summer gardening? Here at Knapp Garden Center, we take pride in our selection of beautiful, hand-picked, perennial and annual flowers. We also carry a wide variety of delicious veggie starters, herbs, bushes, shrubs, trees, soil amendments, and so much more. Our selection is carefully chosen for our altitude, soils, and climate, and reflect the hardiness of the Rocky Mountains. Visit us today at 295 Rule Road in Eagle. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30 p.m., and weekends from 8 to 4. Knapp Garden Center has everything you need to craft your beautiful outdoor space this summer.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
All right, taking some tips from Brianna. Bringing some snacks out on the trail today. What kind of snacks? A pita, some peanut butter, and some like Welch's candies to put inside of there. And why not? You're going to need those. Bring a thermos with you if you're heading onto the trails today, taking advantage of these colors while they're still on the trees. A warm thermos of something delicious, cocoa, maybe some tea, chai tea. That could be a good one for you. Here's how the weather's going to be shaping up for your day. And it's a damp one out there. It's a chilly one out there. And those clouds are overhead and rain's in the forecast. We're at the 85%. High temperatures today as we get there. Looking like the mid-50s, overnight low temperatures in the 30s. Drizzle going on in places throughout. In the higher elevations, when you get there, you might find a little dusting of snow still off in the distance. But hopefully you have the right gear when you're outside on those trails, or that bike ride, or that run through the neighborhood. The right kind of shoes if you're on those trails. And we're talking hiking boots, the kind for mud. Wearing like a raincoat, a poncho that deflect that moisture. And letting someone know where you are going. But if you're documenting your time while you're out there, bring your camera, bring a backup charger, and make sure that your smart device, if you're bringing that with you as your photography device for communication, that's charged up for you. But hey, let's take a look at this time lapse. Here's what's been going on in the last 48 hours. It's a very Colorado thing. Weather moves in, weather moves out. The clouds move in, the sun comes up, it goes down, it gets dark, it comes back, and then voila, a whole new day, a whole new system. We pick up some snow there. And the nighttime snow is magical. I was listening for it last night. I heard those heavy drops hitting the window last night. I was trying to sleep, but I was praying that it was a bigger dusting developing on top of the mountain than that. But as you can see, Northwoods and Sunset, there was a dusting of snow and not like what we saw yesterday. But we'll take it. We'll take it. A great indicator for what hopefully, cross our fingers, to be an amazing winter. Taking it out to Mark right now. He was all bundled up for the start of the morning with that Patagonia on, but it's sweater weather, hoodie weather to walk around Colorado in today. You know, rain or shine, and even with these temperatures. What's going on with this farmer's market? Who'd you find?
It's definitely warmed up. I've made some new friends here. We've got a vendor from Littleton, Colorado, who's setting up shop. It's so very lovely.shop. I got the owner, Jenna, here. Come on in, Jenna. Get in frame.
Hi, good
Hi,
morning.
we got a new friend. We're learning here. Step a little closer so we can see your. Get your. Hold on.
All right.
She's shorter than I
I'm a
anticipated.
shorty.
Here we go. They're selling magnets, and they have this adorable. Show them the "Welcome to Colorful Colorado" magnet. This thing is incredible, Ty. Look at how cute this is.
Oh, how cute!
4-inch. Isn't that great? Yeah.
I've seen those signs in real life, but the small ones for the fridge, I'll take one for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. So just a buzz of activity here at the farmers market. It's still foggy, but it's definitely clearing up a little bit. I think we are transitioning from, down jacket to hoodie weather. And it's going to be a beautiful day. It's a little bittersweet because this is our last broadcast for a little bit. But we'll be back in a month. Is that right, Ty?
Yes, we'll be back in 1 month. It's been a fantastic summer, some great highlights. If anyone is looking to catch some segments from summer, anything that has happened on Vail Valley Live all summer long, you can go over to the YouTube page there. You can like and subscribe, still get caught up just before winter, and also share. But look for the content that you're looking for. We also tend to break out segments away from the 1 hour show into little pockets of segments, so you can always clip on to something that Ken Hovey has done from summertime, fly fishing, or when 4-H was here and we talked with the kids about their experience with 4-H, the farmers market, getting out and doing some rafting, biking, anything that we've done all summer long. And we appreciate, and special thanks to all of our guests for being on the show with us all summer long, and new cast members like yourself joining us this summer. It's been a fantastic time, Mark, but this is where we say see ya this winter. And otherwise, enjoy the farmers market and enjoy today. Thank you for watching Vail Valley Live this summer.
It's summer
in the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains.
It's summer in the mountains. And we're out here
Living it.
living it.
Living it.
Lots to do.
lots to see.
Every morning.
Every morning.
Every morning.
At 7:30. 7:30.
It's Vail Valley Live.
It's Vail Valley Live.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.
Watch us now.